Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing this beautiful set of nails. But before we get started, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNail32. And we're going to get started. So the first color that I'm using is in the color NY Islander, and it's this really pretty bright orange. And the little brush that I'm using to clean up around the cuticle area is by Alpha Brush in a number 8, and it's a French brush. And now I'm just going over the top of the nail and sprinkling this really pretty iridescent glitter over the top. I wanted to use orange glitter, but I didn't have any, so that iridescent is kind of clear. So I went ahead and just used that, and as you can see, it still looks really pretty. I'm just patting that glitter kind of like into the polish, that way it stays on really good. And then just kind of dust it off to get any of the excess glitter off. After that, we're going to go in with this Perfect White by Madam Glam, and we're going to go ahead and do this over the rest of the nails. As you guys know, I just love all of the Madam Glam gel polishes. As you can see, just with one coat, like, we get a really good coverage, but I always come back and do 2 coats, of course. And then again, to clean around the cuticle area, the little brush is by Alpha Brush, and it's actually a French brush, so it can be used to clean up your smile lines as well, and it's in the number 6. And then once we finish this hand, we're going to go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so same thing for this hand. We're going to do the ring finger with the NY Islander. We're going to go ahead and do the polish over the whole nail. And actually, this is regular nail polish. I usually use gel polish whenever I'm doing the glitter nails. But the matching color to this one is more of like a reddish orange and not as bright as this one, which is why I decided to use the regular nail polish. But anyways, after that, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle that glitter over the top. And that tool that I'm using is literally just a metal cuticle pusher, so you can just use that. And then remember to make sure that you pat the glitter like into the nail. And also that just keeps from the glitter from taking away from your shape. So make sure you always go in and just dab your glitter in. And if you're using regular nail polish or even gel, just make sure you're really gentle when you're doing this, not to mess the nail up. And then same thing for the other nails. We're going to go ahead and do the Perfect White by Madam Glam over the top of the nails, and then over the rest of the nails. And then I do have a promo code for Alpha Brush, so I'll be sure to leave that down in the description. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and do the second coat on this hand, and then we're going to move on and do the other hand as well. Again, this is in the color Perfect White by Madam Glam. It's just I mean, the name really tells it all. It is the perfect white. It goes on so good. The coverage is so good as well. And if you're looking for that perfect white, this is your to-go gel polish. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this handoff. Again, remember to clean around the cuticle area. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and finish and move on to the next thing. Alrighty, so for the flame nail, I'm going to be using the same NY Islander, but this is actually the gel polish. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is a little bit darker, which is why I decided to use the regular nail polish for the glitter nail. But you are going to see me struggle a little bit when I'm doing this flame nail because I haven't done some in a while. But when you're doing this, just make sure that you wiggle your brush around while you're working. The lines don't have to be perfect. You could look at a picture while you're doing this as well to kind of get a better idea. I was just freehanding this, which is why I was struggling. But usually if I'm looking at a picture, I can do it, you know, on the first try, or at least sometimes. But then once we have those flames going, we're going to go ahead and connect them at the bottom. So as you can see, I'm not doing it at a straight line when I connect them. I kind of just connect them at an angle, if that makes sense. I mean, you can kind of tell what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that way they kind of look more like flames and not just, you know, straight line across at the bottom. And then again, if you mess up, just go in with your little small cleanup brush and just erase it and just add whatever you want. And then for the checkerboard, I'm going to be using regular nail polish, and I'm using my nail art paint by Broadway. As you guys know, I get those from my local Dollar General. They're only $1 and they work really good. So I'm just doing 2 lines down the middle, and then I'm going to do 2 more on the side in a minute. But then I'm going to come back and do the ones across the nail. So make sure that you space them out evenly. Just kind of guesstimate, but just kind of make sure that they look pretty even. And then the one at the bottom doesn't really matter. And then again, I'm just doing the 2 on the sides. And then after this, I switch over to gel polish because it is going to be a little bit thicker and I want it to dry quick. So I'm using my Perfect Black by Madam Glam, and I'm using that same small nail art brush that I used for the flames, and I'm just going to start filling in the little squares. But remember, make sure that you skip some. So I did the first one in the middle, and then I'm going to skip the next one and do the 2 on the side. So for the next nail, I'm only going to do the one in, or sorry, for the next square or row, I guess, I'm only gonna do this this middle square. And then for the next one, I'm gonna do the 2 on the outside, and you know, basically just keep it going. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you know, but again, just make sure you do the outlines first because it helps a lot, and then come in and just fill in the squares. Alright, so after this, we're going to go ahead and let this cure for 30 seconds because it is gel polish. And we're going to do the same thing on this hand. So you draw your flames. I usually do like 1 flame in the middle, and then I do 2 more on the sides, or just however you want. But remember, it is a lot easier if you're looking at a picture, or even like the little fire emoji that's in our phones. Just look at that just to kind of get a guide of how to do it, because you will see me come in and just erase. I keep saying erase, but literally just use my little cleanup brush to you know, I guess erase it and start over. Oh yeah, and before I mess anyone up, just make sure that if you're using your cleanup brush to take away that polish, make sure that you're using gel polish underneath, because if you're using regular polish as your base, so like if your base was like that white, if it was regular nail polish, you would not be able to go in with acetone in your brush to take away that orange polish, because it's going to mess up. So only if you're using gel polish, you can go in with your cleanup brush to take away your mistakes. Alrighty, so I'm finishing off this flame nail, and then I did have a little technical difficulty at the end, so my camera was blurry, so I'm just going to speed through it, but I went ahead and finished the checkerboard nail. After that, I'm going to go through and just apply the IBD gel top coat, but then I'm also going to come back and outline the flames in a lighter orange. And you don't have to do this, and if you do, you could use more of a yellow color or even a red, but I just decided to go ahead and do a lighter orange, kind of like a peachy color. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and just cure this one and apply the top coat on the rest of the nails. Again, this is the IBD gel top coat. And then also remember that when you have glitter nails, you make sure that you do those at the very end, because if not, that glitter is going to get all over your brush. But what I've been doing lately is just applying the top coat with my old top coat. As you guys know, I recently got a new bottle of the IBD gel top coat, so I just used the old one to apply a top coat on the glitter nails. That way it doesn't get glitter in my new bottle. But as you can see here, just literally applying the top coat, and you can tell by the top that this is my old top coat, but it still works fine. I just got a new bottle. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and here is the final look. They turned out really pretty. That checkerboard and the flame they look okay. But anyways, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNail32, and I will see you guys next time.